There are two things that Senator John McCain is so opposed to, he is planning to filibuster the defense authorization bill because of them. They are Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which John McCain had said he would want to repeal if military leadership supported the policy. Military leadership now does support the policy, but Senator McCain still does not. The other thing is the DREAM Act, which is not yet in the bill, but Democrats are seeking to add it to the bill with an amendment. John McCain co-sponsored the DREAM Act, which is an immigration measure, but he's now so opposed to this thing that he co-sponsored that he is willing to pledge to filibuster the defense authorization bill to stop that one, too. Here to walk us through the big confusing day tomorrow is NBC Senate producer Ken Strickland. Ken, thanks very much for being here. I know you hate being on TV.
I don't hate being on TV with you, so I'll give you a pass.
That's very kind. Vote is set for tomorrow, 2:15 Eastern.
Correct.
Do we know if Harry Reid has 60 votes to beat the Republican filibuster on this?
Right now, at this moment, we do not know if he has those 60 votes. And like many things in the Senate, when it gets close like this, it basically comes down to a handful of moderates. You mentioned two of them, Olympia Snowe and Susan Collins, both of Maine. I talked to both their offices today, and they're still uncommitted, undecided. However, late in the afternoon, Olympia Snowe released a statement. While she didn't say exactly what she wanted to do, she was very critical of Harry Reid and the process for bringing this bill forward. And also, she talked about the review. You remember back in March, President Obama had told the military to review the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. What many Republicans, most Republicans who oppose this measure, they pinned that on their main reason for opposition, that the bill should be repealed after that review is done. That review is not scheduled to be done until December. Democrats, supporters of repealing the ban, say that passing this measure does not repeal it. It just says that once the President, the Secretary of the State, the Secretary of Defense, and the Joint Chief have certified it, then it can be repealed once they've certified that report. But right now, we don't know. There's going to be a big meeting tomorrow. There's usually always a big caucus meeting between Democrats and Republicans where they go to their own corners and talk it through. After that meeting, which starts at 12:30, once that starts to break up, we'll start to get some early reads on how this is going to play out. But right now, at this hour, we don't know for sure how it's going to work.
Are there offices other than Snowe and Collins that people will be watching for potential Republican defections on this? I'm assuming that Jim Webb is still planning to vote with the Republicans on this as well as a Democrat.
Talked to his office, too. It's not clear how he's going to do this as well. The obvious suspects are your moderates. Susan Collins, especially, people are looking at because she's on the Armed Services Committee. When that bill was debated in committee, she voted with Democrats. But right now, she's still mum. So generally, you look towards all your moderates. You look toward people who are retiring and see how it plays that way. But right now, I think all the pressure is on Senators Collins and Snowe from Maine.
Ken Strickland, NBC Senate producer. Ken, thanks very much for being here. I have a feeling we'll be bugging you all day tomorrow to keep us posted on how things are going.
No problem.